The government says South Australians have saved an astonishing amount of water, a couple of reservoirs worth. But now Family First is targeting the government's own water-saving record.
It's been the week in which the Premier's vowed water restrictions will end in 2012, once the size of the desal plant is doubled. It's also been the week in which toxic water turned up near the lower lakes. And it's the week Family First's Robert Brokenshire decided to check one of Parliament House's water meters. South Australia has been on varying levels of water restrictions, or water rations as some experts call them, since 2003. The state government says under enhanced level 3 restrictions, South Australians have saved more than 64 billion litres. Family First wants to know if politicians have been pulling their weight.
Whilst we might be getting a bit of rain right now, we are in diabolical trouble, but the biggest problem I see is the lack of leadership.
Through Freedom of Information, Robert Brokenshire has obtained the water bills for Parliament House, Old Parliament House and the State Administration Centre, the building at the very heart of the state government. First, the good news. According to the FOI documents, since 2004, Parliament House has slashed water use from just over 4,000 kilolitres a year to just under 2,200 kilolitres. But next door, Old Parliament House hasn't fared so well. Despite a dip in 2005, it's gone from 843 kilolitres in 2004 to 1,044 last year. Taken together though, as this graph shows, both Old and New Parliament have cut consumption by more than 1,000 kilolitres. Over in Victoria Square at the State Administration Centre, the documents show despite a dip one year, water use has increased, going from 10,500 kilolitres in 2004 to 11,600 kilolitres last year.
This is where Premier and Cabinet sit. This is where the decisions are made that affect irrigators. I have people ringing my office in almost depression. Their beautiful gardens are dying in Adelaide, and yet where the decisions are made, in the State Admin Centre, since cuts first came in 3 years ago, Premier and Cabinet and State Admin have had a dramatic increase in their water use.
SA water figures show average household use has dropped by roughly a third since 2003. The Premier declined to be interviewed. A spokesman says the State Administration Centre building manager says there's been an increase in the number of people in the building.
That one government administration building with a few tea rooms and showers and toilets is using as much water as 48 houses and gardens in South Australia.
Robert Brokenshire insists it's households and irrigators that have borne the pain of water restrictions here, but the Queensland government has taken a different approach. That state has a compulsory audit system for businesses using over 10,000 kilolitres a year, with a built-in demand that they then cut their water use by 25%. Robert Brokenshire says he'll be introducing the same legislation here to cover both business and government.
And the Premier's office says apart from 10% more people working in the building, deliveries of bottled water had been cut, the cooling towers worked overtime during the heat waves, and many more people were riding to work and taking showers at the State Admin building.